let's have a look at what else was asked. So Ahmed, I just went back over my answer, and I'll just expand on that a little bit. In terms of who can certify documentation, so as in, if you're providing documents, for your partner visa application, let's say you're providing a copy of your birth certificate. Okay. And that's, just making sure you guys can see that. And that's, a copy from back home, and you want to give a copy. If you're going to provide them a certified copy, which, look, you don't necessarily have to, that there's no requirement to provide certified copies of documents anymore, just as long as they're good quality color copies really are fine. But if you want to go that extra mile and certify this copy, then the department lists who can certify documentation copies for the purposes of a visa application to Australia. And I've put the link in my answer to Ahmed. It's here. Now, if you do a bit of Googling, for those that are playing at home and don't want to try to remember this entire URL, if you Google IMI certified documents, IMI, who can certify? That will list who can certify your documentation for the purposes of a visa application. And obviously in this group, you guys are applying for a partner visa, and that's that's obviously a visa type, and therefore this link may help you in identifying who can certify your documents. But like I said, ultimately it's not really required. We don't get certified copies for our clients. We just ask for good quality color scans. Okay, and if documents are not in English, then you need to translate. So that's a separate requirement. But in terms of providing copies, you don't need to certify. Even just taking photos of documents are fine. The history of certification of documents really was once upon a time when we used to prepare partner visas as paper-based applications. So we physically had to post copies of documents to the government. We would need certified copies. But since then, thankfully, the government went digital, and when you're uploading your documents to the department systems, it's no longer a certified copy. It's a scan of a certified copy, so it loses its meaning in a sense. So I think the government, were quite logical in their approach and said, well, okay, we don't need certified copies of scanned documents. It's pointless. Just a good quality color scan is perfectly fine.